So anyways, let's take a look at it and see how correct I am. You would think I actually invented this assignment. And then at the same time, I might take notes. So I'll keep a piece of paper handy or like notepad here, and then I'll just sort of watch things. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to watch it. Because it's 3 minutes, I'm going to watch it all the way through and just see what I've got. I'll sort of take notes as I go. So at the beginning, scene is ADR only, like I thought. So I'm going to need background, ambiance, and then Foley. The next scene, which is the laundry room scene. In laundry, it's kind of bland. I hear her footsteps fine, so I don't need to replace those. But maybe I want to give it some life, get the sound of a dryer going in there. So one thing that I'm going to want to do is I'm going to just want to create continuity. And I could do that very easily and cheaply with backgrounds. That's a dryer I can pull from a library. So whoops. And then I'll go here, listen more. So I'll start a dryer. And that's a background or an ambiance. And it's a good idea to put backgrounds and ambiances everywhere. So kitchen scene. I'm going to find
training for reinforcements.
I'm going to find a background that can just cover up any of the scars that are in this.
Good afternoon.
And who was that who walked you to the door last night?
Strapping young lad, I'm sure.
Shut up. Maybe she should go back to bed.
Yeah, maybe. Homework?
Dad, it's a Saturday. Leave me alone.
So another thing that I would do here is I kind of want to play up Angela's agitation. So I'm sort of thinking about sort of enhance these ideas. So I want to sort of enhance her agitation a little bit. I want to record some kitchen sound, specifically a refrigerator. So like her rifling around in the refrigerator. Also when she's like kind of mad, like maybe she sort of shakes the fridge as she turns around and then sort of scoffs at them for being mean to her. I might want to record a sound for that. That's something that I could very easily do for my sound effects scavenger hunt assignment. I could do it indoors, so I have a controlled environment. And I have a fridge, so it's easy for me to get very, very specific sounds. Also, I might want to put in the sound of the refrigerator being open as well. So I'm going to just write fridge sounds, taking just generalized notes as I'm watching it. And then with these production effects, it doesn't really sound like production effects. So I guess you can hear that there's been a lot of noise reduction done to them, but it also doesn't sound like it's in a park. So I'm going to definitely have to do background.
Only they could see it through my eyes.
What?
The world, blind and recalcitrant action now, bears with it dire consequences. If we did it now, it would mean nothing. A weightless autumnal freedom cast forth from a dying nation, where they'd scoff at the very fiber of our being, and they'd be right to do so.
Who?
Do they have a name?
Hey man, if you want the court that bad, you can have it.
There's definitely sounds I'm going to need. So it's clearly recorded in the studio. So at the very least, again, I'm going to need a background and ambiance. So it's just good form to just put a background and ambiance behind everything. A lot of times that's really all you get on a movie if it has a limited budget. So I need a background and ambiance. So maybe that is going to be kids playing in the background. And then maybe I can even use the birds from the other one. So I'm going to just do very general notes here. Other things that I might need in the basketball scene are just the sound of him passing a ball back and forth in his hands as he's sort of getting nervous or clothing movements. That's going to help a lot. So maybe I'll do those. Clothing Foley, that's easy to do. And then maybe basketball Foley, hand movements. And then I'll play out this next one. So this is has a pretty consistent sound to it already. So I don't really necessarily need anything right now. I already have good production effects here. So, but at this point, she notices that the window is open, and this is a major scene change. So in the bedrooms, I'm going to need the sound of, because they're out in the suburbs, it looks like. So maybe distant cars passing, birds outside, something. And then let's see what this mess is coming up.
Good afternoon, sleepyhead.
Hey, you okay?
No, we gotta go.
But Mom!
Not now, honey. He's gone.
Dad.
Okay, so in this first part of the scene, we have some ADR. And so Mom is walking because she's there to save the day and try to figure out the problem. So in the kitchen, we have Mom walking, and then we are also going to need the sound of her picking up her keys. Like do that in Foley, or I might be able to pull that from the library, but it would be very easy to do with Foley and record that sound because I do happen to have keys. And then just play it again.
Good afternoon, sleepyhead.
Hey, you okay?
No, we gotta go.
But Mom!
Not now, honey. He's gone.
So I do have kind of the keys there.
Dad, the game.
Sorry, kid. I'm gonna have to make it up to you.
Angela, keep an eye on your brother. We're back in a little while. I felt that. And the eyes are getting
Sigh
stuck like
from
that.
Angela.
And you two try to be civil with each other, right?
Okay. All right. So the end park, I need park ambiance again. And then I have sound of the dog panting. I need the sound of the collar.